Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a Pokemon that you don't really see in the meta, and I have no idea why it's Jirachi. Like, I played this team and I think I only went positive with this team. I played, I don't know, I think 3 sets and I went 4-1, 4-1, 3-2. And it was really good. Like, honestly, I had so much fun playing this team here. You see me gang shot the Wiggly Tough. We had some lag also as well there. Like, I would have thrown the Night Slash a bit earlier, but I think I just like over-tapped due to lag there at this point. Didn't matter there, but like still I remember that scene. I was like, now you can find me down, maybe I'll survive with 1 HP, which was lucky. You're just shielded to be able to survive a potential focus blast, even though I didn't expect him to have one, and my opponent is at 90 health, so after a really bad lead here, we're gonna come back, which is beautiful, and we're gonna be able to win this match easily. And good game to my opponent. But yeah, this team was really good. We have the Obstagoon as a safe stop here with Gang Shot, Night Slash counter. Gang Shot on this thing is always really cool because if you face something like a Zermerl, if you face something like a Charmer, which swaps into you, you're always going to be able to get to the Gang Shot if you have a half decent IV Obstagoon. And yeah, the basic idea of the team is, again, we have Jirachi in the lead, really good against fighting types, really good against all the fairy types. And we have 2 fighting types, or like 1 fighting type and 2 dark types in general in the back. So those don't really want to face fairy types in general or fighting types. So while switching out into the Obstagoon, you basically get out the Azumarill, you get out the Wigglytuff, and you can either get switch advantage back against the Azumarill if you hit the Gang Shot correctly, or you get shields against them, which is also fine. And then you still have the Jirachi, which can deal with them pretty easily. And here we have a Ferrothorn against us. We can go for 1 move and swap out. I should have went for 2 moves. That was, yeah. Usually against a 3-turn move user with a 4-turn move user, you want to go for 2 4-turn moves and then throw your move, because then you take 8 turns while your opponent needs 9 turns. Oh yeah, he had a bugged lead, that was interesting. We have Bastion against us. I just want to keep 1 move here stored and then swap out, because I have such a good backline, and like having a move stored on Jirachi is always good because you win nearly every CMP anyway with this thing. And my opponent actually goes to a move here, which is okay for me. I take that. Power Punch, that's fine. I can go back into my Jirachi. I thought of going for the Dazzling Gleam here, but I know that's only a Power Punch anyway. Most likely as Psychic as the other move. Can go for the Doom Desire and farm him down and swap out immediately. He has a Scrafty. I shouldn't have swapped out immediately here though. If I went for the Doom Desire, it would be even an easier way to win this match. But my opponent let it go, and I think now you're gonna see. Oh, I actually think I'm gonna risk it here, and yeah, I let it go, and it was a bait, and he surrenders now because he saw me baiting there, like calling the bait there. Definitely gonna lose him the match. Next up, we have the worst possible thing to face, I think, which is Deoxys defense. You don't really have anything for this. You have dark types in the back, but they are all weak to the counter of them. So yeah, that is not really good. You see Peter on the first move with a Thunderbolt. Can I still want to swap out into my Obstagoon, I think, after this move, maybe? Yeah, because, I mean, at least you can take the other moves easier. Here I'm just gonna go for a move and hope that he shields, because it's, yeah, Scrafty, it's kind of rough, but he actually shields, which is good. And what I'm gonna do here now is actually just try to call that he goes straight for foul play. He does, which is beautiful, because now he took the double resisted foul play here. Get wrecked there. But we're not in a good spot right now. I have to farm him down. Actually can farm him down, which is good. Here's a Deoxys. He goes, we're gonna KO him with that thing here now. And here's Umbreon, and yeah, not really the best thing to deal with. Even though we have Dazzling Gleam, this will not be a win here. Yeah, Deoxys defense is a bit tough for this team. I haven't seen a lot of them recently anyway, so it kind of died out. But yeah, this is a good game. I'm just gonna surrender here. There was nothing really we can do here. Sableye against us, really bad again. I actually didn't want to go for this quick move. I think I think I didn't lag there, just didn't pay attention to the battle. Ooh, yeah, that happens sometimes as well. My opponent goes to the Meganium here. I'm just gonna go for the Gang Shot. Can we hit the Gang Shot? We cannot. My opponent shields, sadly. And now we're not in the best spot, sadly. Goes to a Frenzy Plant. We can go for a Night Slash again. And my opponent gonna shield again, which is interesting. We got the attack boost, which I didn't expect that we would get that. So yeah, Goes for an Earthquake now. We can farm him a bit down. He goes into Skarmory, which is interesting, which is good for us. Skarmory against the Jirachi we usually win because Doom Desire is such a broken move. Like Doom Desire, if you didn't know that, is one of the best moves in the game. Does a lot of damage, only needs like 40 energy, and you see how much we're gonna do here. Against Skarmory in general, we have like a really good matchup with this thing. We can resist everything. You resist everything as well, but our Doom Desires are just too good. And goodbye to this thing. Goes back to Scrafty. We still have our... Oh, really good swap from my opponent, but we have still our Scrafty here. It doesn't really matter the swap though, because we get to the next move kind of fast. He can go for the return there, but it does not KO us, and we can get to the foul play before he gets to a foul play. So good game there. But yeah, this team got me to like 3,400 again after I dropped down. Here I actually have FP Sticks. Kinda got a new job now after he doesn't do as much content creation anymore. Really horrible lead for us, of course, like we cannot do anything against Swampert. Really bad matchup for us, so we have to swap out here. But the cool thing now, if we hit this, we can win this in the 2 shields at least. I tried to go for a move, but my energy wasn't there, so we overtapped, which is beautiful. But at least we see him P-tied here with him. And he gonna shield this up, and here I know we would have seen P-tied again to this move, so I'm just not gonna throw there and just gonna farm down while keeping the energy. And he goes into Frostless, which gives me some hope, but he can farm me all the way down. I cannot really swap out here, I think, especially because he takes this one, and I don't have a shield. I have to let him farm me down. I have to go into my Scrafty and hope that I maybe get to the foul play before he gets to 2 avalanches. Or catch the avalanche, but neither of that happens, and yeah, we have now the Jirachi against the Regis too, so yeah. Lost lead, didn't really came back too good there. I don't know, I don't think there was anything where I could have won this game, to be honest. Against Swampert, he played that out really, really well. He knew that he couldn't deal with the Jirachi in the back anyway. So, well played from him, nothing really I can do here, good game. And next up, we're gonna have Jirachi against Venusaur. Of course, one of the best matchups you can ask for. Against Pelipper, I don't really have an answer. I actually misplayed that a bit. I think I would let him throw at least one move against me with the Pelipper and then swap out. Because, especially against Venusaur, you don't need it anyway. And, yeah, I don't know, that was not the smartest idea, I guess. I'm gonna let this go here, actually, interesting. I go back into Jirachi, and I think I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna go for the Doom Desire now. Yeah, it was not the best play, but at least we have a shield advantage now, which is fine. My opponent goes into Stunfisk. I can farm up one move and go into my Scrafty. I'm just gonna shield here. Oh no, I'm not gonna shield here because, exactly. Because the reason here is that I don't know if he goes for the bait there or if he goes for the, what's it called, for the actual move, for the Earthquake there. While against the Venusaur, I know that he definitely goes for the actual move. But we don't even get to this matchup because like my opponent doesn't even throw the Venusaur, he can just farm me all the way down. But we start the move exactly for this reason, and we still have 2 shields against this Stunfisk now. And Doom Desire still just does hurt us so much. The same with Confusion damage, it just chunks after a while. So we're gonna be able to get to Doom Desire here, and I think we need one more to KO maybe. Goes for another Rockslide here, of course. But we can go for another Doom Desire, and I think that's gonna be it for this game. And yeah, we destroy the Stunfisk here. Good game. Next up, Jirachi against Mew. Really bad for us. My opponent goes into Zoomer, again a hard counter, like nothing really that we can do here. We go for the Gunk Shot, can we land this? We can. And now I'm just gonna shoot the player off because I think I can at least align my Pokemon correctly. I know that this is not gonna KO, maybe gonna shield, he does not, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna commit 2 shields here. I know that he has the Mew already, he has a Zimmerl of course, but if he goes into the Mew again, he doesn't, he goes into Skarmory, but it's still okay because we can still go for Night Slash, maybe get a shield against him because he wants to get some health still on his Pokemon here, which we could get, and he throws a move perfectly on our move as well. We are not in the worst spot. He goes directly into Mew. We have our Scrafty, but Scrafty also still gets 2-shot by Mew. So we're gonna bait here. Maybe we can get to the other move then in time. He does shield, of course. I get a free move in. My opponent goes for a Wild Charge. Does a lot of damage. My opponent goes for another Wild Shot here and gonna KO us. And yeah, does not look too good. He can go for another move here. which gonna be a serve at least, and we can farm all the way down. My opponent goes into Skarmory, and yeah, this game is over. Like, he has a Skarmory, there's nothing really we can do here. We go for a Doom Desire, does a bit of damage. We go for another Doom Desire. I actually do like really bad here with like 3 moves, but we're actually gonna still KO him here. I think he was exactly at the move there. I could have played that way better against the Skarmory at the end. I should have always done 2 quick moves instead of 1. But yeah, it was like I gave up 2 turns instead of 1, so it's not the biggest deal. Here again against the Meganium. This time around I'm just not gonna throw the actual move, and of course my opponent doesn't shield. It's always so frustrating. But we can go for 3 moves here anyway, so I'm fine. And we're gonna KO the Meganium. Could have been easier, but he tries to farm me down with a Haunter. And Shadow Claw does a 1 damage here. This does nothing. What we're gonna do here is now just go into Jirachi and stack that thing, because we have like no use for this thing at all. But we got some damage on him already. We can get Doom Desire off against his G-Fisk. We're not in the worst spot right now, but also not in the best. We have our Scrafty here. I think I'm gonna shield. I'm gonna shield the Earthquake at least, that's good. And I'm just gonna go and let this one go, which is also gonna be an Earthquake, which was not the smartest play, but I can farm down at least. And I'm just gonna go for 2 foul plays, and I should be able to KO him. Shouldn't have as much. Yeah, he's just gonna let it go because he had to call the bait there, I think, to win. So good game. Next up, Deoxys again. Really difficult for us. I think we even started 1 turn later than him, which is beautiful. That's what you like to see. Always starting late. But we can at least swap out here, and he let the first one go, which is fine. We're just gonna take those Rock Slides, and my opponent goes into 9-tails, where sadly not gonna be able to get to another move. Like not to the Gang Shot at least, because we already have pre-damage. If we didn't have the damage before, we would have been able to. And I think I misplayed that here. I think I'm gonna throw a move soon. Am I? Yeah. I don't know if he would have got to your move. I don't know, I cannot really tell. My opponent goes into Sableye, and he does shield here, which is fine. Goes back into the Deoxys. I have to bait here, but I think there's no way where we can win this. As it's gonna hurt too much, we have to keep a shield for the Sableye. It's a Rock Slide actually. Still, Rock Slide hurts so much against Scrafty. Scrafty is like, I'm used to the bulkiness of Scrafty in Ultra League. It's just not the same here. I have to basically try to get another boost here, otherwise it just doesn't do anything for me. And yeah, we sadly gonna lose, I think, because he got 1 extra move in there against me, which is Maybe if I threw the Power Punch before, would have been also fine. Yeah, my opponent has Jirachi against us, which is really good for the Jirachi, but yeah, we have to stay in here against the Ezo anyway, so we always win, I think, in the Ezo matchup in the 2 shields. We actually get an extra move in here, which is good. And I'm gonna go for 2 moves, gonna go for the Doom Desire, as always. Always go for 2, and now he goes for another move. I'm just gonna shield and farm all the way down. Goes for another player off, it's fine. We have so much energy, and energy on Jirachi is really, really good in general. And my opponent goes into Jellicent, and we have our Obstagoon still. Obstagoon, like we have 2 answers for Jellicent anyway. My Obstagoon was just a better answer in my opinion for the Jirachi matchup, so I went into that. And my opponent also went into Jirachi anyway, so it's fine. And he goes for 1 Aqua Tail. I think I get to another move anyway. Yep. I think he's gonna let it go. Does he? Yes, he does. And now he still has the Jellicent. I can go into my Scrafty. As long as he has not Ice Beam, I'm not really scared. And he has Ice Beam, so I'm a bit scared, because Bubble Ice Beam is like the worst matchup for me with the Scrafty. Like if it was like Hex and Shadow Ball and Bubble Beam, that would be cool. But life is not always cool, so we have to deal with that. We can barely get to the foul play here. We have a Moose Sword on the Jirachi, and this is gonna be a good game, as the Doom Desire gonna KO him anyway. And yeah, good game to my opponent. Into the last match here, we're gonna have Obstagoon against us. Really bad for us, but we have our own Obstagoon. My opponent goes into Golbat, and yeah, as you might have already thought here, Obstagoon and a Golbat is most likely gonna be another poison type in the back. So we have Obstagoon. Double poison against Jirachi, double dark, which is really bad for us because poison is really good against dark types. Yeah, there's nothing really we can do here. My opponent goes for a Poison Fang. We can farm down here. I'm not sure if that's a Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna shield, and it's the Poison Fang, and I shield the Poison Fang, which is just like really bad. My opponent goes through a move here. I cannot shield anything here. It's a Night Slash at least. My opponent swaps out. It's a Tentacruel in the back. Really spicy, really cool Pokemon. But we're gonna be able to get to a foul play here. And I cannot shield anything. I know that this is only Acid Spray anyway, so it's fine. But we have to go for the foul play here and try to get the shield maybe. Which we're gonna be able to. And we cannot swap out in time, which is okay. I can get a confusion through. I have to shield it because it's most likely a Hydro Pump. It's gonna be a Hydro Pump. We can go for the Desert. We're gonna KO this thing. That's gonna be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed this team. I really enjoyed Jirachi, and see you in the next video.